So I had to get new batteries because I got a fairly older camera. It's not very good, and it does not have a, chargeable battery, so I had to go and find some batteries. But anyway, next is Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, which, you'll notice with a lot of these games, I may not have been a huge fan of the franchise, but I just picked them up because, they're in huge anticipated games, or I heard good things about them, and another thing, I haven't finished a lot of these games, especially the huge open world ones. So, I can't really say much about this, even though I do know that they cut out a ton of content from the game, Konami, so, it's pretty sucky. Then we have Mad Max, which is another open world game. I like Fury Road, so I picked this up as well for Christmas of, not last year, but 2015, I believe. And I'm a bit harder in this than I am in Phantom Pain, but again, I don't really do well with sandbox types games because I get kind of bored and they feel repetitive to me. And then we have a game that I just picked up a few days ago, Dying Light, The Following, which I'm currently playing right now. And I got it because over the past 2 years or so, I've started to get into zombies, like World War Z, The Walking Dead, and then Resident Evil recently. And so I picked this up. This one has all the DLC that was released, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's getting me pumped for Resident Evil 7. Next is Godzilla, which I'm also starting to become a fan of. I've seen the original movie. I've seen the 2014 movie from Legendary, and then I saw Shin Godzilla last year when Funimation released it. But sadly, this game does not have local multiplayer, and it is also a bit repetitive. But I got it for $20, so no harm, no foul. Then another fighting game by Arc System Works, Guilty Gear Zerd Revelator, which I've barely played any of, but I like Arc System Works. I've played BlazBlue and Persona 4 Arena and Arena Ultimax, so I picked this up on a PS4 because again it was fairly cheap, and I have not played the story mode yet, but I've played around a bit with the arcade mode. Next is Akiba's Trip, which I think in Japan is just called Akiba's Trip. But I'm also just barely getting into this one. I think I should have uploaded the first part by now. But I don't know, it's a pretty cheesy game about vampires that you have to strip. So that's fairly interesting. Next there are a couple of older games now, since I've shuffled these up a bit. Star Wars Battlefront, excuse me. I feel like this was a huge ripoff because at launch they charged $60 up front, but there were very few maps and very few game modes, but the season pass actually added more content than the original game itself had. And now you can get everything for only $40. So I know a lot of games do that nowadays, but I think it's a business model that more game companies need to stride away from. Next is a lot of people's favorite game of last year, Overwatch, and I would agree with that somewhat, but sadly I've gotten a bit bored of it, and Miku fell over. It's not good. But I think the loot boxes and sadly the lack of content, I believe, have kind of strayed me away from playing this. I've already clocked in over 200 hours, which is the most I've ever played for any shooter. And I do enjoy some of the characters, but there's no story mode whatsoever. And I really hope that Blizzard may release a movie or something. I know there's a webcomic, but that's not enough for me. But I'm hoping that they add maybe a new game mode, because they've released maps and characters, but we have not seen a new game mode. So maybe if that happens, I will come back and play some more. And next are my Resident Evil PS4 games. the Origins Collection 4, 5, and 6. I also have 2 and 3 on my PS Vita, but I can't show you those. I've become a huge Resident Evil fan over the past year, mainly thanks to these re-releases. So I'm looking forward to Resident Evil 7. I am one of the people who are upset by the shift from third person to first person's perspective, and I'm a bit worried that there won't be any connections to previous Resident Evil games, but I'm trusting Capcom, and the game looks amazing, so I'm cautiously optimistic, and it comes out in, as I said previously, about 2 weeks from now, so I'm very excited about that game. And then I'm going to kind of fly by these last couple of games, so I do not have to make a third part. But Need for Speed Rivals, which was a launch title for the PS4, which I barely played. Dragon Age Inquisition, which I did actually enjoy. I'm sorry if the video has not been focusing. Again, I've barely had this camera and it's not very good, but I did enjoy Dragon Age Inquisition quite a bit, and I don't usually enjoy those types of games. Final Fantasy X-2 HD Remaster. I've played about 8 or 10 hours of 10-2, but not very much of 10. Final Fantasy Type 0. I have gotten stuck, but I'm pretty far into the game. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. I am a huge Digimon fangirl, so I had to pick this game up, and I did pre-order Digimon World Next Order, I believe. So I will be playing that. Tales of Zestiria. Another game I have gotten stuck on. Berseria is supposed to come out in about a week, so I pre-ordered that, but I think I'll probably finish that game before I get back to Zestiria. Mega Dimension Neptunia V2, another game I haven't really touched much. I have the Rebirth games on the PS Vita, but I have not been able to finish this one yet, and it's surprisingly difficult. Lego Jurassic World, a game I got to play co-op with my brother on, and it's fair and it's okay. And then lastly, Final Fantasy 15, the Deluxe Edition, and this game was a huge letdown for me. It was probably my most anticipated game of last year, aside from Persona 5, but Square Enix really dropped the ball. I think it's mostly Hajime Tabata's fault, because he hasn't done very much. He did Type 0 and one other game, I believe, but that's about it. So I wish that Tetsuya Nomura had stayed on the project. It may have taken a little longer to come out, but I think it would have been a better product overall. So that's pretty much it. I have, I think, about 40 physical games, and then I have a couple downloaded, including Project Diva Future Tone, which I wish came on a disc, because that took forever for me to install because I have terrible internet. But again, thank you for the 100 subscribers. I will do my best to upload at a more consistent rate. But with me, my next semester of college starting soon, I may not work out well, but bear with me, please. Thank you for watching.